Hey everybody, welcome to Morphin Grid. I'm Jake.
I'm Josh.
Josh is just making fun of me. Today we're watching the 35th episode of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. Green Candle Part 2. Yeah. It's now occurring to me that I think I might have said the 31st episode in the last one.
That's definitely the 34th.
Yeah,
episode.
so just
Just go back, listen to it again, leave a review, and correct him.
We'll pander in a minute, all right? We don't need to jump right on it. So, Green Candle Part 2, this is should be the second episode this week. Something has gone terribly wrong.
Which may be the case. A couple of diaper babies like us.
Yeah, so we are a little more awake. We've got some caffeine in us.
Yeah.
So we're not doing a smooth jazz cast this time.
Hey, welcome to the Morphin Grid.
Yeah, hopefully I'll be able to get the green candle
You should
right.
play some really subtle Marvin Gaye in the background of the last episode.
Maybe I will. Maybe you heard that. Don't expect to edit all the time. I don't want to raise the bar too high.
Oh.
Because editing this is enough. It's tricky enough. Unless somebody has the background Power Ranger music. Just like the... Or just when they're hanging out, it's like... I would put
dance music.
because I would put that under some stuff if I had it.
I sent you the Bulk and Skull theme, didn't I?
It's just the Bulk and Skull theme. It would seem out of place.
Not when we're talking about Bulk and Skull.
Well, tell you what. After episode 40, I'll reassess how I do things. I want there to be a techno remix of that song. I'm gonna Google it. It probably exists.
You could probably find it.
Okay, so anyway,
what are we doing?
I don't know. If you're new here, I'm sorry about all that.
Sorry, this is your first episode.
What we do is we pause the recording, this recording that you're listening to. Then we go watch an episode of Power Rangers, as for example, Green Candle Part 2. Then we come back, we talk about it for a while. The birds have just woken up, so just expect that throughout the episode. Then you can watch along with us if you have Netflix or if you have the DVDs.
Or whatever.
Or if you have them DVR'd, because sometimes they're on Nickelodeon, maybe. I don't know. I don't know if they ever play old episodes. I know Disney, when they had the rights, they did it for a little while.
I don't know.
Maybe other VHSs.
Hey. Whatever, man.
And
we're recording straight to cassette, so who knows?
So we're gonna pause now. We're gonna go watch the episode. You should watch along with us because
it's Morphin time. And we're back. Just watch Green Candle Part 2. Stuff goes down. Good and bad.
Good and bad stuff. I forgot to mention that the episode aired November 18th, 1993.
Well, now that is finally
now
out of the
you
way.
know.
Thank goodness.
Before we start, though, morphingrid.tumblr.com is our website. Go there. Check it out. Follow us on that Tumblr. You can email us at littleidiots.morphingrid@gmail.com. Definitely not that thing I tried to say last time. That it got cut. It might have been the tag. I'm not sure. Send us emails. We love them. Emails are the coolest.
Not the coolest.
They're the coolest. Don't undersell emails.
Emails are cool. Tweets are cooler.
Tweets are cooler. Tweets are faster. Which brings us to Twitter, which we are at Morphin Grid. It comes to both of our phones.
Yeah.
I check it.
If you have a Power Rangers question, you need an answer pretty quick.
Just
go to
us.
Twitter.
Yeah.
Because you're lucky if we check the email once a week.
Yeah, but I check Twitter on my phone because it's on our phone. So I check it at least once a day whenever I'm like, I should just see if anyone's talking to us. And then we're on iTunes. Leave us a rating and review if you want. And I feel like you want to do that.
Everybody wants to do that. Why don't you want to do that?
Why don't you want to do that? Why do you want to bring us down? It took a bad
Don't
turn.
bring me down, Bruce.
Don't bring me down.
If somebody listens to us and their name is Bruce, oh man.
we get a review from Bruce the next day. It's just 5 stars. It's good. Sorry
Sorry, guys.
Speaking of reviews, Ranger Danger Podcast, which is probably much
has
more...
a good 1-star review.
Yeah, did you see that?
It did.
It's like it's 1 star, and then it says, "This is a really funny show. I wish it was longer." 1 star. 1 star is that other podcast.
Yes, definitely. But we have the same amount of reviews as Ranger Danger does.
Yeah.
But their average is 2.5 stars. Off of 2 good reviews. It's weird.
Well, I think that just means that
I only listened to like a 30-second clip of them, so I have not reviewed them yet.
they're very funny.
But they sounded like you said, like alternate universe us.
And let me finish, because it's going to sound mean for a second. I think maybe we just have better fans. If both of our fans leave 5-star reviews and theirs can't even manage to pull off a good review without
Right, that's
giving 1
definitely
star.
not a knock on Ranger Danger.
Yeah,
That's a knock on how weird people are about the internet.
What I'm saying is, yeah, some people are weird about the internet, but like, you guys should check them out. Toss them a review, and then if any of their fans stumble over here,
when you leave them a review, let them know the Morphin Grid sent you.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
And then,
because like, here's the thing, we don't need to compete with them. We're not in a time slot. High tides raise all ships.
Right.
So like, you can listen to both. You get 2 different points of view on it.
Yeah.
And ours is longer because we can't shut up.
Ours is at least 2 stars long. For that guy.
For that minimum. I don't know how long you want it to be. I wish this podcast was 5 hours long.
1 star an hour.
I guess we're going to jump into the episode? Is that fair?
I mean, we might as well. That's what we do, isn't it?
Any other business? You wanted to mention the urban legend. Do you want to do that now? Or
I could just do it now because there's no real context. I just remembered it because I saw Trini and I was like, "Hey, Trini, what's up?"
What's up, girl?
And then I remembered because like when we rewatched Power Rangers, like when we first got the box sets,
yeah,
we still believed it was true.
Yes.
So the urban legend is that the actress that played Trini,
Tui
Trang, died halfway through Power Rangers, and they replaced her with another Asian actress, and nobody noticed.
Yes, which is wrong.
It's half true. Tui Trang did die. But years
she didn't
later,
die until 2000 in a car
in a very unfortunate car accident. It's very sad. Makes me sad whenever I think about it.
Yeah. Way to bring the Morphin Grid down.
I know, I'm sorry. I just wanted to say that urban legend is really stupid.
Yeah. I mean,
I feel bad for falling for it.
Yeah, it makes sense that people would fall for it because it's like all Asians look the same. But I mean, if you just look at Tui Trang, you're like, she's super pretty. She's like, she definitely. You're not gonna like be like, you look like every Asian because they don't all look the same.
They don't.
So yeah, like I don't know. It's a weird. It's just these things happen, and then like it probably spread during the early days of the internet.
Yeah,
which was when people would believe anything.
What happened is we started watching it again. So I just researched Power Rangers because I was watching it and I wanted to know everything about it. And Tui Trang is Trini the whole time, you guys.
Yeah. So
until she leaves the show. Yeah, she doesn't pass away until like 2002.
Yeah, she was in the movie I Spy. Owen Wilson, Eddie Murphy.
Really?
Yeah, she was a nail lady. I think it was that movie. I'm not 100% sure.
I don't know.
I haven't looked it up in a while. Anyway, we're just gonna jump into the episode just now that we have that out of the way.
Yeah, I just want to make sure that you really know your Power Rangers if you're coming to us.
Yeah,
or I want to make sure you know that we know.
That we know
that you know that we know that I know that he knows that you know that I know that I gotta win.
That I have to win. I really hope some of you guys watch wrestling because all of these
a lot of jokes are lost on you.
Are just gonna fall flat. Okay, so we start off with a recap of sorts. It's just Tommy going, "I can't believe Rita has my powers, or Rita's gonna get my powers, and take control of them or whatever." And then Zordon's like, "Yes, Tommy,
so bad,
you're dead. You're dead.
Sorry, not sorry.
Sorry, not sorry." Hashtags are not sorry.
Oh, that would be a fun T-shirt. Zordon's face is a sorry, not sorry.
Write it down. Put it on the list. So then they're like, Alpha has found like a molecular trail that led the putties who teleported from the park
to the dark dimension.
He found that has a signature that they can follow.
Fine.
Sure. Yeah. Sure. And they're like, someone needs to go through, but not Tommy,
because him being close to the candle will make it burn faster.
Right. Which again makes sense because magic,
right?
There's weird rules of magic. So Jason, like, he volunteers because he's been there before, which is continuity, which is great.
I've never been here before.
It's not hot. He touches the candle. It's not hot. And then Kevin Sullivan's just in the corner.
No! Kevin Sullivan is Zordon.
Oh, Kevin Sullivan is Zordon. Oh no. Anybody but Kevin Sullivan. I really like that they mentioned that. It's not just like, I should go because I am better at beating Goldar or better at beating up people than anyone. It's like, I've been there. I know what to expect. I know how the fog works. I have my Morpher this time, which we'll get to.
We're going to talk about.
But yeah, so they're using these molecular decoders. By the way, we jump up to Rita for 1 second. I do not remember what she said. But she's just her and Goldar are just laughing. I think they're looking at the candle and laughing at it going down. I genuinely believe that is what's happening.
That's a weird thing.
This killed the man. Okay. Also, what was Kimberly wearing? Part 1. Same thing as last episode. Go check that out.
We'll be back later with part 2.
Part 2. Hoodoo boy. So they have these giant 3-pronged pitchfork things.
It's 2-prong. It's like a.
Is it just a 2-prong?
It's like a Y shape.
Okay, and it's like tubes with some like other tubes,
like a pinwheel on it.
And basically that will open a dimension that follows the molecules.
They're molecular
decoders.
Kimberly gets it. She's like, I got it.
Yeah, which I like that exchange because he doesn't really say anything new, but he just says it like he like takes the second to like say it in a less Billy speak way,
right?
And she goes, "Oh, okay, I got it." Like, because she's by being around him, she's getting a little smarter,
right?
Because osmosis,
Because she's like, "What are these things?" And he's like, "They're molecular decoders." And then he like explains what they do, and then she just goes, "Molecular decoders, got it."
This is she knows the terminology.
Yeah.
I like that too. I like these episodes where their characters evolve a little bit.
Yeah.
I always think that's fun. So everyone walks over to the the foyer of the command center.
The platform.
Yeah, it's like a little platform to morph on, I guess, or to teleport from. And so they go over there, and Kim hangs back for a second to talk to Tommy, and it's like it's a little goo-gooey, and
he just has to stay at the command center. We get some really hard Zordan stuff soon.
Oh yeah, like she's like touches his arm, and she's like, "Don't worry about it. We just want you to, we want you to get your powers back. Everyone wants to go home happy." And then it cuts to Jason, who's like, just like smirking and shaking his head, like, "Tommy, you giant idiot, just ask her out." Like, it's I don't know. I like it because they're friends,
right?
And your friends are like, "You're stupid."
Right.
Because of this thing that you can't see that everyone else can.
Even Zach in the first episode was like, she's gonna say yes. Like, he knows that because she has probably told him. Like,
I wish that Tommy had talked to every other ranger about it. And
I would like him to have had a conversation with Trini about it.
Oh, yeah.
Because Trini is Kimberly's best friend.
Right.
Like,
yeah.
Trini knows everything about what Kimberly thinks.
Yeah, so, it would have been great. Even because even Billy would have been like, "It's pretty obvious."
Yeah, dude, you stupid if you don't.
That'd be great. Then we go up to the moon because they teleport to the beach. So they go up to the moon, and something kind of weird happens.
The park. They're at the park.
They go. It's
pondside.
It's pondside, but it looks like it's the beach because
it's like a sidewalk.
It's on a hill, and then there's like I don't know.
How many beaches have hills?
How many ponds have hills? I don't know. Look, Angel
Parks have hills with ponds on them all the time. We know it's a park because Bulk and Skull, when they
says
come up,
it's a park.
say it's a
okay,
park.
I concede. You're right. So anyway, before we go there, we go up to the moon where something kind of weird happens. Rita is like talking to Cyclops, and she's like, "Do you get the plan, Cyclops?" And he like shakes his head, and she's like, "Did you get it, Goldar?"
So she explains the plan.
No, then Goldar explains the plan.
Right.
Like instead of her just saying the plan to us, like we could have been there when she was like, "Here's the plan. You're gonna go down and be a Megazord. It's gonna distract them. Goldar, go watch the candle. It'll burn out. We'll win." But instead, she like goes to this whole big thing.
What happened is that they figured out Goldar's voice finally,
and
they were like, "We gotta let him talk." So we'll have Rita ask him if he knows the plan and have him recite it to prove that he knows it.
Yeah, like
because Cyclops was just like, "Yep,
because he got the plan." And if he didn't, he got it again. So we go back to the park where Bulk and Skull are going through the tall grass, making monkey noises.
At this point, I think I yelled how much I love how best friends they are.
Yeah, because
they're literally just crawling through grass making monkey noises together.
They're just like they're playing.
They're idiots.
Like, they're like
just little idiots.
Yeah, it's great. Then then they hear the Power Rangers and they're like, "What's going on?" And Bulk's like, "I don't know. Let's go find out." Like, because they in his park. He's not gonna stand for that. So then they walk up a hill.
A very steep hill.
It's a very steep hill that looked like it was just flat ground.
And they turned the camera.
And that they just did a Dutch
angle. I think it was a hill.
Yeah, later,
but not that steep.
Because later we see the hill again, and it looks more like a hill this time instead of like the ground.
So like a 90-degree cliff
turned into a complete 45-degree angle. They get up it, and then they're making like it's so steep that they're out of breath, right? Because Kimberly's like, "Did anyone hear a really gross sound?" And then Bulk and Skull like lumber onto the top of the hill, and they're like, "What are you doing in our park? This is a private park. You can't be in here." And then Billy's like, "Actually, it's a public park. Anyone can visit." And then Skull goes, "Yeah, anybody but you." I forget what insult.
Nerd,
like bird brain or like nerd or something. Yeah, dork. And then I don't remember the series of events that leads to Bulk wanting. Oh, he's like, because he sees the giant pitchforks, and he's like, "What are those?" And Zach's like, "You can look, but you can't touch." And he's like, "Nobody tells me what to do."
They're the Bella twins,
basically. You can look, but you can't touch.
I really hope somebody watches wrestling.
I really hope. If you do, tweet us.
Leave us a rating and review.
They talk about wrestling a lot. 5 stars. Then people would see that and be like, "What?" It's a Power Ranger
Then
podcast.
they would have to listen, find out.
And they get hooked. Boom. Marketing.
That's
anyway,
how it works.
That's, as far as I know, marketing is a weird voodoo. So, anyway, Bulk goes to punch everybody. He misses all of them. Zach dodges. Bulk goes into a recycling can.
There is, at
rolls
this
down
point,
the hill.
Because Bulk is like charging at Zach, so there's definitely a bullfighting song in the background.
Yeah, and I thought he was going to go Toro Toro.
But he's done that already.
Yeah. He did it a while ago.
Yeah.
Food fight, I think.
I think so, yeah.
And so he just dodges him, goes into a recycling can, rolls down the hill, and then Skull just runs after him.
That's his best friend rolling down the hill.
Like, he knows he can't stop what's going to happen. So Bulk rolls down the hill, and this is what I was talking about. How we see the hill again is now it's rolling down, but now it just looks like a hill. Like it doesn't look like a lot less steep.
Yeah,
but it doesn't look like they're climbing up a wall anymore. And so he hits a tree, and he's like, "I don't feel so good." And then we cut to the command center right before he pukes. I imagine.
He definitely was about to because he was making like the face.
Yeah. So we go to...
Do we go to the command center?
Then we go to the command center. So we get some Zordan stuff.
Oh, right.
So
Yep. Okay.
So Cyclops has turned into the Megazord, or
he's Mega Dragon Zord.
Mega Dragon Zord, and he is running amok. And Zordon wants to just let him.
Yeah, because Alpha's like, we gotta call the Rangers, and Zordon's like, no, that's what Rita wants us to do. So then Tommy is like, I'll go fight him. I still have powers.
Yeah, I'll go fight him.
And Zordon's like, but you'll be alone. It's better if he just doesn't have opposition, probably.
Just let him wreck the city. Yeah, because he's like, Tommy, you'll be all alone.
He begrudgingly lets him go.
I wish Tommy would have been like, you remember that time I almost destroyed you and Alpha and all 5 Power Rangers by myself?
I can handle a giant putty.
Maybe trust me for a minute, Zordaniel. This isn't Zordaniel. Zordaniel's a totally different guy than Zordan.
Yeah.
So then Tommy goes to fight Cyclops. And we get 1 second of Rita, like, it's Babu off, being like, didn't expect that, did we? And Rita goes, ooh. And then it cuts back. These reaction shots are so weird.
Ooh.
Then we get a really cool perspective shot because Tommy has morphed and he's controlling Dragon Zord. And he goes, time for me to jump in or whatever. And he jumps, and then, like, the shot is of Tommy's point of view,
it
jumping
scrolls up. Yeah,
I really like that because they had a long time to figure out how to do giant monsters in Japan, so they have a lot of cool ideas on how to do perspective shots and stuff. And I like when they use them. And I like when we get to see them instead of just like do the Morphin sequence. Now we're done. They're fighting Tommy and Mega Dragon Zord, but now it's just Megazord. Like a chain, he knocks him out, and then he comes back as Megazord.
He's a little stronger this time because he can switch back in.
Yeah, and then they fight for another second, and then he knocks him again, which shakes him, and then he just pulls out his laser beam from his eye because he's a Cyclops.
Cyclops unmorphed, I guess, untransformed.
Yeah,
is stronger than
when he's trying to be somebody else.
He's trying to be somebody else.
Moral of the story: just be yourself, kids. Just be yourself, and you'll be able to beat the Power Rangers.
Then he fires like an eye laser, knocks Dragon Zord back. And then, like, he's beating up Dragon Zord as just the Cyclops.
Yeah.
And then he transforms into the Tyrannosaurus and charges him. Not even a Megazord, just Tyrannosaurus.
Just Tyrannosaurus. But then we go...
Which, I mean, in the ZU footage, he's like, I'm going to use your brother's Zord, probably. Like,
right, but
it's some kind of mind game, but in this one, it's just the Tyrannosaurus now.
I'm going to use a less powerful Zord than I just was. Maybe the less that he has to concentrate on being... stronger he gets, so like Tyrannosaurus would actually be more strong than like Mega Dragon Zord,
maybe
because there's less to focus on.
I don't know.
There's my justification.
They say he can take any form, but he only takes
Zords. I was expecting him to turn into like some old monsters or like something we hadn't seen before, because they have like a lot of footage of just like stuff that we haven't seen, you know.
Yeah.
But we cut back to the park where they've got the molecular decoders open. And, like, they're starting to lightning out the top. And they open a portal, and Jason walks in. He's like, all right, I'm going to go now. And they're like, okay, good luck. And he just walks in. Without morphing.
It's really weird. We'll get to that in a gosh darn minute. But, like, Zach's like, Jace, good luck. And then, like, it cuts back to Jason's face. But, like... nobody told him to go yet, so he stares off into the distance for a second, and he's like, thanks, bro. And then he just walks in, which, in Jason's battle, Green with Evil Part 3, it's not confirmed nor denied, but it's implied that, like, Goldar's like, maybe your morpher will work, but it probably won't. You know what I mean? Like, it's just him, like, you should try to get it, so I have an excuse to keep beating you up.
Yeah, because, because
the teleporter and the communicator just doesn't work at all.
Right, and
because it's no longer connected to the morphing grid?
It's out of service area.
Yeah.
It's roaming.
So, like, that's how the morpher morphs you, is by pulling power from the morphing grid.
Yeah, I think in Jason's battle, if you'll recall, Tommy had just destroyed everything. So the command center was down.
That might have been all right.
And that's why they weren't able to teleport them. But I think they've forgotten that.
Jason is doubly stupid then, because A, He does not morph before he walks in there.
No, I said because he hasn't escalated the fight, and then you're like, well, he knows Goldar's going to be on the other side.
Yeah.
So, like, my justification is Jason's such a good guy that he's like...
Even if he thought...
Going
maybe
into another dimension...
But even if he thought maybe Goldar won't be in there, maybe I'll be able to just go in, put out the candle, and leave real quick.
Yeah.
Also, he goes in there and they shut the portal. How the hell is he going to get out? Because then they cut back to the other Rangers, and Kimberly's like, he's not back yet. Oh, no.
Yeah.
Like, and I'm like, but you guys haven't reopened the portal for him to leave yet.
Yeah.
Like,
I didn't even notice that. That's really weird and dumb.
But yeah, and Jason's doubly stupid, because even if he didn't think Goldar was going to be in there, he walks in unmorphed, and Goldar's right there. So he fights him unmorphed?
Yeah. Because
you can't beat Goldar unmorphed. No. You can't do it.
Yeah, I don't know what they were thinking. If you're going into
I think they're
trying
to imply that you can't morph in the dark dimension. But because Tommy had to teleport out and grab his morpher and he morphed, so he didn't morph in there.
But that contradicts the rules that it had earlier, because he was teleported out of it. Jason was teleported out the first time.
He was. It's just stupid. Just morph and fight Goldar. If you morph, you would have put the friggin' candle out. Like,
yeah. Even if you would
I apologize for my harsh language this episode.
Even if you were just morphed going in, because you're going to be in another dimension. That's an escalation of anything. You know, it's hostile territory.
Maybe he knows. He's like, no, Zordan's going to call me on it.
Right. And he'll tell my mom I'm a Power Ranger that I can't be a Power Ranger anymore. Zordon's a petty jerk. Zordan's a petty jerk. So yeah, it's really weird. So everyone else is worried, because they haven't opened the portal for him to come out. And then Tommy's getting his butt handed to him. And so Zordan calls them. And this is still Zordan. This whole time it's Zordan. It's not Zordon until kind of the end.
When's the last time he was Zordon? He was Zordon when he was talking to Tommy earlier in this episode. Because he's like, Tommy, you just need to relax and trust your friends.
Yeah.
That's Zordon.
But then cut back a minute later, he's like, you can't fight him. Let him destroy the city.
That's Zordan.
That's the difference.
There's a constant internal struggle. It's the same guy. He's a split personality.
Right. He's been in that tube for a long time. So Zordan calls them, and he's like, Tommy's getting his butt kicked. If we need to, abandon mission.
He says you need to abort the mission.
And so they go, what about Tommy? And he didn't say anything for like a second. And I thought he was going to be like, what about Jason? And Zordon didn't say anything. I thought he was going to be like, just leave him. Just leave him. He'll be fine. But he's like, one of you needs to go get him. which is even worse. Because it's like, one of the other you needs to sacrifice yourself too. Let's turn this into a 3-team.
So one of them needs to go get him. Why are they so worried about him not being back yet?
You'd think they just open it and he would see that the portal's open and be like, well, I guess.
The only thing I can think is that
Jason wouldn't just leave.
They needed the teleporter to get in there because they don't know where it is on the map, the dimensional map.
Right.
But now that he's in there, he can teleport out.
Yeah, that would have been a good idea. I think it's because they had to send somebody in because they knew Jason wouldn't just leave. Because Zach's like, we need to go. And he's like, no, I can't just not do it. And Zach's like, if you don't, he'll lose his life. He won't just lose his powers. He will die.
Because Jason was like, if that candle goes out, he's going to lose his powers. And Zach's like, if we don't go, he's going to lose his life.
Yeah, which is...
that's heavy for Power Rangers.
Yes. So...
Then Goldar's like, which do you choose? And they immediately leave.
So, also, I wrote down super cash, because the way Zach walks in...
He just strolls in.
He just casually...
walks, oh, this is the dark dimension. Like what you've done with the place.
Like what you've done with the place.
It's modern yet contemporary.
So... I also noticed that this whole thing, the whole, like, Tommy loses his powers, could have been avoided if one of them had a boomerang. Throw the boomerang, knocks out the candle, comes back, now you have a boomerang again, candle's out, you can leave. Boom.
There's a million different ways to put out a candle.
Because, like, if you put the candle out, can't they just, like, set it again? Or is it, like... one light and that's it, because it's magic, right?
Right.
So like I'm gonna believe that like once you light
it has to burn down in one sitting.
Right. That's why it's not on the moon, because there's no air on the moon.
Right.
So it wouldn't burn.
Yeah.
They morph once they get back to the park. They morph, and it's the return of the Star Trek teleportation thing, which we haven't seen in like 30 episodes, where they're like little balls.
Oh,
flying.
right. Yeah.
This next fight is so fast because they basically jump in the Megazord, jump into Ultrazord, and murk
And blow up Cyclops.
Yeah,
because like, I think Jason's like, fine, I'm gonna kill him. I'm gonna go back and put out this candle.
yeah.
He's like, we're just gonna kill him.
We're just gonna do it because I don't have time for this. So they destroy him easily, and then they jump out. And as he's like, "We need to go back to the command center," like it's a voiceover dialogue, and I'm like, I wish they would have said something else. I wish they'd been like, "We need to go back to the dimension," because they didn't know the candle had burnt out by now,
Which is another problem I have.
or is about to burn out rather. Also, when they jump out, they're holding their slingshot guns.
Those probably could have put out the candle.
Yeah. Pew. Done.
Oh, you mean the slingshot guns that they risked their lives for to use that one time?
One time. Yeah, they have them in their hands when they jump out of the Megazord. So then we cut back to the green candle, and it goes out before we go back to they teleport back to the command center. And so the candle's out. Tommy loses powers, but he doesn't lose it immediately. Like it's not like
That's my problem.
Yeah.
Is that they could have just waited. Because let's talk about what happens. Is that the candle goes out.
Yeah.
But they're back in the command center. They don't know that, so Jason's like, "I'm gonna go back and put that candle."
Uh-huh.
And then Zordon's like, "It's too late. Candle's out."
Candle's out. It's gone. Nothing I can do.
So
Walmart's closed. You can't buy anything.
So the candle is out.
Yeah.
Zordon's like, the only thing we can do now is give your power coin to somebody else, and then the power will be fine. But the candle going out is what drains the power. So why didn't they just have him, like, Zordon be like, the candle's going to be out in a few seconds. Tommy, give your power coin to Jason.
Before it goes out.
And then have the candle go out.
That would have made more sense. Because, yeah, like, as soon as it goes out.
It's like, they just make these weird pacing, and, like, not pacing, but, like, weird
it's a lot of
structural
weird
issues.
choices
Like,
that they make. Like, they could have moved that.
That's
how editing
why'd
works.
you do it the weird way?
Yeah, like, even as a kid, when that candle went out, I was like, oh, man, Tommy's should
You
have
expect
the
him to
powers.
cut back to the command center, and Tommy's just standing there,
Yeah, like,
unmorphed, like crap.
Even if it doesn't take place immediately at the same time, like if it's like the candle goes out and Tommy's like, and they're like, the candle could go out any second, and then Tommy loses his powers, like that's kind of what I was expecting. Like
Right.
if they're not going to structure it like quickly before the candle goes
But
out.
instead, Zordon's like, the candle's out, and Tommy, still fully morphed and fine, is like, oh man, she won?
She won.
Everyone's all worried, even though he's like, still fine.
Yeah, and like
Kim should have been like, but you look fine. I think you'll be okay.
I think you'll be fine.
Yeah, she was actually bluffing.
Yeah, and then then we find out that that if you give your power coin to somebody, that negates it, and the power still exists because it's attached to Tommy.
Right, because Tommy's the one that touched the wax, so it's draining his power. But if he transfers his power
to
somebody
Jason,
else,
who he ends up transferring it to
somebody else who will never use it again.
He used it fairly often. Like in my last watch.
I'm pretty sure he calls Dragonzord with it a lot.
Yeah, and he has the thing on the vest on, like not all the time, but like kind of often.
All right,
more than I thought.
Oh, maybe that's what it is.
Yeah.
That I only remember him having it on like twice.
Yeah, but
once has happened already.
Right. Yeah.
So.
No, it's definitely at least a couple more times, but in the next 5 or 6 episodes. Then, so Tommy, first of all, naked Green Ranger looks weird. Green Ranger without a vest.
Yeah, that's not right.
It's not right. Number 2, the vest is terrible. The American vest is terrible.
It's so bad.
The shield, sorry, not the vest. It's
not like in a Power Glove way.
Yeah, it's just not good.
Why is it so flimsy and garbage looking?
It's made out of like, it looks like a Halloween costume. Like it's the Halloween costume version of what that
because
shield
then
should
they
be.
shoot. Because Doomsday is the end of Zaya Ranger footage.
Yes.
So then they shoot, which in Zaya Ranger is like 1986, 1988.
No, Zero Ranger was 92.
Oh, it was?
Yeah, we looked it up on the podcast recently.
Oh, totally. I knew that. I was going to say, so they recorded new footage for Power Rangers like 6 years later, but
No, it was
my
like
whole point
a
is
year
moot
later.
now.
It was like a solid year later, though.
But like this, they filmed new footage in Japan for Power Rangers with the good shield
still
on.
couldn't send the shield over.
We couldn't get the shield.
I don't,
We got everything else. We got Goldar's whole suit,
yeah,
everything but Madame Woe's mask.
yeah, it's weird. I don't know.
Anyway, they have
maybe
a good
only
one for
made the one
Megaforce.
shield. Yeah, maybe they only made the one shield. Like, we can't just send it to you, even though we don't need it anymore. Or we do need it still for the Z Ranger footage. So if we send it to you for the American footage, we won't have it. And we can't just keep shipping it back and forth.
Right.
But then you think, hey, just make another one.
You have millions of dollars.
Just make one more.
Power Rangers has taken off at this point.
At this point, it is the one of the most popular things in the world, because this is like, I remember Green Ranger like being at Pizza Haven. We talked about that in I think the first episode, like Pizza Haven near my house, and like that was before this, so it was super important at this point. Like, yeah, it's not like they didn't have the money to make another shield. Like, they had it, they just didn't want to.
Stupid.
Anyway, so Rita can't have his power, and we cut back to her, and she's like, my perfect plans keep being ruined. If they were perfect plans, they would have succeeded. I don't think you know what perfect means.
The problem is her plans are fine. Her plan is light the green candle, drain Tommy's power, and then she would get Tommy's power.
Yes. And then Rita would be the Green Ranger. I want that show.
The problem is that Rita's stupid.
Yes.
So she takes her perfect plan and adds flaws to it by telling Tommy that the candle's lit.
And her help, her immediate cabinet of people are all the dumbest. Like, Goldar isn't like dumb, but he's too willing to follow her orders.
Goldar is Rita's Jason.
Yeah.
Like
he'll follow orders to a T, even if they're bad orders. Then we come back to the command center, and Tommy
is glowing.
Tommy is glowing green, and they're like, his body is morphing back to its normal state. So just like being a Power Ranger, make your body better.
I feel like it's like the power is leaving him.
Right. So he's gonna be a dude now.
So Jason should also be like, oh God, this is a lot of power.
I feel too much right now.
Because now he has two powers.
Yeah, one of them is like a.
I would like to see
thing.
Jason just be like, I'm gonna be a Dragon Ranger this time.
That would be cool.
Just like during one fight, he's just like Dragon Sword.
Oh, that'd be awesome. And if it was like red, like it was a dragon mask,
but it's the Dragon
red,
Sword suit, but red.
That'd be cool. Hey, Power Rangers reboot. You got nothing on us. Anyway,
they probably listen. They're like, "Ooh, that's good.
Good, writing that down.
That'll be in the second."
Billy
movie.
and Trini.
XOXO.
Exclamation point! Exclamation point! Underline! 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 If they do that, I'll forgive a lot.
If they do it well, there's a lot of bad ways to write a romance angle, especially in Power Rangers.
There's rumors.
Kimberly and Tommy they did really good. Like, they held out just long enough.
Yes. Which we'll get to in a second.
Because before this episode, like, there's the undertone of, oh, look how smitten they are.
Right.
But like, they're just friends.
Yeah.
Like, Kimberly's obviously like, Tommy's the best thing alive, and Tommy's like, Kimberly's pretty. But like, they're just friends. But then all of a sudden in this episode, they end up going to the dance. I don't want to spoil too much until we get to it. Right. But. But you knew that's coming.
Yeah, so there's a lot of ways to screw it up in Power Rangers. Other ones that went well, in Time Force, the Pink Ranger, Red Ranger romance was well, because like she was dating his brother and he died in action, and he replaced his brother, and then she kind of fell for him.
Time Force Pink was one of the 5 Rangers that won that special Ranger keys poll that they had.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because they were like, vote for your favorite Rangers, and the top 5 will make a special set of Ranger keys for. And the winners were, give me a second. I know, Time Force Pink, Titanium Ranger, White Ranger, Green Ranger, and another one. One of the other ones.
I don't know.
Red Ranger? Did I say Red Ranger?
No.
I think Red Ranger. But like,
What do you mean special, like life size? Like,
well, no, they're gonna release like the 5 in a special set or something.
okay,
But like it was the American fans, like Titanium Rangers on All American Creation.
yes,
Time Force Pink, from what I read, is a very well written character.
yes. Time Force.
So it was basically like the American fans are like, we like the American Power Rangers. I'm not just going to vote for who I like in the Sentai. I'm going to vote for who I like as a Power Ranger. And it was really cool to see them come together that way.
Yeah, the Pink Ranger is played by Erin Cahill, who is Ted's sister on How I Met Your Mother.
Oh, nice.
And she leads the team. She's the first leader that isn't a red, green, or white ranger.
Right.
And it's awesome. Unfortunately, with Time Force, the Sentai is that the Time Force is from the future and they time travel back to now. But the Power Rangers takes place now and they sort of time travel. Like,
right.
The video game for Time Force was cool because like you time traveled and got monsters
right.
from different dimensions. And I was terrible at it, and my little brother was way better. That's how video games are now, though. So anyway,
that's a different discussion for a different podcast.
So now, finish up the episode real quick.
All right.
So Tommy demorphs, and they're all like, "It's gonna be fine. We're gonna make it through this."
He's like, "I just want to be your friend still." And then Kimberly's like, "You got it, hunk."
You hunk of man, you. So then we cut to him in the park, just kind of practicing, doing some karate. And Kimberly walks up and slayed me. And so what was
Kimberly, Slayer of Jakes.
Slayer of Jakes. So what was Kimberly wearing? Part 2. She's wearing a matching vest skirt combo. And it just, like, there's not a lot to say about it, but, like, dang. It is like
the first thing she's wearing is like, look how cute I can be, right? She's like, I got my hair in pigtails, I got my cute little dress on. Like this one is it's like plain clothes, but she's like, look how cute I am.
Yeah, just like not how it can be, just like this is default me.
Like
you better ask me to freaking dance for Christmas' sake.
Oh, he does.
So they're talking, and because apparently some time has passed, because she's like, we miss you.
Well, definitely, because she's wearing different clothes, so it's at least a day.
At least a day, but like a day to miss. Like I feel like it's been like a week, and he's just been like taking time to process that he's no longer one of the most important things on the planet anymore.
Right.
And she's like, we missed you, and he's like, yeah, well, I missed you guys too. And she's like, I missed you. And I was like, oh.
Well, before that, he's like, you guys were a team long before I came around.
Long before.
For like 2 weeks and 3 days.
At least 16 episodes. Minimum. Might have been 16 days. Might have been 16 weeks. Who knows?
So long before he came around.
So anyway, she's like, oh, I missed you. And they're like, he's like, yeah. And then they kiss.
They kiss.
It came like this is 1993. This is a show for children, basically. Yep. And like for them to just like kiss in like a super like,
it was really cute. It was just like a
super
little
cute way, and like it was like this is kind of like the first step not the first step, but like one of the steps they took where they're like, we're not going to talk down to you,
right?
Like we're not going to be super deep, but you're going to be adults someday, and we don't want you to grow up wrong because we couldn't just be real about some things, like some things they are obviously like,
and that's when 4-year-old you was like, that's what I want to do.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, that's what it is. Tommy, you jerk. First time I was ever jealous. Everything made sense from then on. And then he's like, well, now that that's over, this next question is going to be a piece of cake because he's got confidence shooting out his ears now. And he's like, do you want to go to the dance with me? Or do you want to be my date to the dance? And she's like, she turns around.
She gets
like
all coy about it.
Yeah. And he's like, what's wrong? What did I do? And she's like, I didn't want to make it too easy for you. Yes, I'll go to the dance with you. And like immediately it was like, they're still friends too. Like just because they're going to start dating doesn't mean they're not going to be friends. And like it's
right.
They did it perfectly. They nailed it.
Yeah.
Good job, whoever did this episode. You hit this one out of the park.
I was expecting her to go, of course, you idiot. But that's what Lily says when Marshall proposes to her on How I Met Your Mother. My brain is weird. It's a weird place in there.
Yeah. So that's the episode.
That's it.
That's Green Candle in the books. Any final thoughts?
The next few episodes should be weird.
Yeah, we're looking at the list right now. Birds of a Feather, and then Cleanup Club, and then Bad Reflection on You.
Cleanup Club, I feel like, is a filler episode where they didn't need one. But we'll find out when we get there.
We'll see.
I'm just picturing them cleaning up the hallway at school again.
The whole episode
For
is
the
just
whole
that.
episode.
If it's all fun, unmorphed stuff, I'm in. That's fine. So little business, real quick. The next week is going to be 2 episodes, and then the week after that will only be 1, because then the week after that is going to be both Doomsday episodes.
So you have Doomsday not be broken up by the weekend.
Yeah, which would be weird.
Even though Friday to Monday is less time than Monday to Friday.
It just feels different to me if they're not on the same week,
Yeah.
you know? So you're just going to have to wait a couple days, an extra day between them. Yeah, and then that'll be the end of technically this is the first season of Power Rangers. It'll still be season 1 for 20 more episodes.
Yeah.
But that's all ZU2 footage, which gets weird. So I'm excited for that because I don't remember
That
a
should
whole
be
lot.
fun, because that's, like, they don't have to work around footage anymore. Didn't they just order footage?
Yeah, and I don't know how much control they had over it, because the finale of season 1 is the least finale season finale episode I've ever seen in my life. So
I don't even remember it, so it'll be
it's
fun.
the Oyster Stew episode.
Not with the Oysterizer. Oh.
That's the finale of season 1.
That's the finale of season 1.
It's so weird.
It's just a regular episode.
Yeah. We'll get there. We'll get there in a couple months.
Monster's name is the Oysterizer.
Oysterizer. So anyway, thank you for listening. I'll let Josh finish yawning.
Oh, it's a good stretch. Give me a sec.
He stretched
gonna
so
milk it for
much
all it's
his
worth.
oxygen levels went up.
All right. Good.
Morphingrid.tumblr.com is our website. You can go there to look at stuff that we have. I'm going to try to start posting other stuff during the week instead of just the episode post. But don't call me on that. I just figured out how to use the queue, so that will help.
I don't know
Then
what that is.
you just make a list of posts, and it'll post X amount per day.
Oh, like if you're going on vacation, you can just
Yeah.
load them, put them in the chamber, and
Yeah.
then it will upload them.
Yeah.
That's neat.
So I figured out how to use that finally. LilyIs.morphingrid@gmail.com is our email. Please email us questions about Power Rangers, about our experience with Power Rangers. Even though we talk about it literally all the time. If you have any questions, let us know, because we would love to talk about it.
We'll
on
read
the
it
air.
on the air.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. Then you'll get super minorly internet famous, like the most minorly,
More minor than us, which is pretty minor.
which is pretty minor. We are the least important people on the internet.
I don't think that's true.
No, there's at least one other podcast that's really bad, but they probably have more listeners because
Because they advertise.
they advertise
On a website that I went to, and then I read what they said about them, and I was like, I don't want to advertise here.
I don't belong here. And then, lastly, our Twitter is @MorphinGrid. That is the easiest way to get a hold of us if you got a quick 140-character question. And we're on iTunes. You leave us a rating and review if you want, and I hope you want, because we could use a couple more.
It doesn't have to be super deep. Just, I like it. 4 stars, whatever.
Yeah, just however you feel, let us know. All right, so this is the episode. This is a short one, and I like that. So thank you for listening. I hope you enjoyed the Green Candle, or at least enjoyed us talking about the Green Candle.
Sorry about part 1 being so low-key.
I think we made up for it in part 2.
I think it was pretty good.
Yeah. All right, so until next time,
May the power protect you.
There we go. Got 2 out.